Lakers News Fan Report is back with another episode packed with news, and today we're going to discuss what's behind the latest moves that could change the face of the Los Angeles Lakers for the remainder of the season. As we all know, the Lakers are at a critical point in the season, and the next steps the team takes could be decisive for their future. The question I want you to ask yourself today is, how far is Rob Pelinka willing to go to ensure the team's success for the rest of the season and, of course, in the playoffs? Before we dive deep into the details of these moves, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, don't waste any time. Lakers News Fan Report is the perfect place to stay updated on everything happening with the Los Angeles Lakers. We provide daily content and much more for you, so make sure to hit the subscribe button and activate the notification bell so you don't miss anything. And of course, if you're enjoying the content, give us a like, as your support is crucial to us continuing to bring you more in-depth analysis like this. Now, let's talk about what's really going on with the Los Angeles Lakers. The team comes off a frustrating loss to the Chicago Bulls, and the fans are still digesting the impact of that result. Not only because it was a hard loss to swallow, but because it was a home game against a team the Lakers should have beaten more easily on paper. Sure, the Bulls played exceptionally well, but that doesn't erase the fact that the Lakers weren't playing their best basketball. The big question that arises after this setback is, how is this loss going to impact Rob Pelinka's decisions in the coming weeks? This is where things get interesting. Behind the scenes, Pelinka and his management team are constantly evaluating the roster and the next steps to ensure the Lakers remain competitive. According to the latest reports, two moves are pretty much set. Alex Len and Cam Reddish are expected to be waived. Now, this may seem like just a small change, but believe me, it opens up space for much more impactful decisions that will shape the team's dynamic in the upcoming games and in the playoff push. Now, you might be asking, what do these cuts really mean for the team? Why are the Lakers doing this now? To answer that question, let's take a deeper look at the current roster situation. Right now, the Lakers have three players on two-way contracts: Jordan Goodwin, Trey Jemison, and Christian Koloko. When we talk about two-way contracts, we're referring to players who typically spend more time in the G League but have the opportunity to be promoted to the main roster if there are vacancies or needs in the rotation. This is exactly the case now. Pelinka and his team need to decide which of these players will be promoted to the main roster. The big question is, who's going to fill those spots, and how will this affect the team's future? The expectation is that at least two of these players will become part of the official rotation, but for that to happen, space needs to be cleared on the roster. And that's exactly what waiving Cam Reddish and Alex Len provides: financial flexibility and roster space so that the Lakers can make bolder decisions. Let's start with Jordan Goodwin, who has proven to be a real positive surprise for the Lakers. A lot of the fan base and analysts were still trying to figure out what his role would be, but with every game, Goodwin has proven himself to be more essential to the team. With averages of 7 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 1.3 steals per game, in addition to being an extremely efficient defender, Goodwin has become a key piece in the Lakers' rotation. What's even more impressive, however, is his 42% shooting from three-point range. Not only does that elevate his value as a defender, but also as a player who can contribute significantly on offense. Now, the critical point here is that in order to ensure Goodwin continues to play this role in the main rotation, the Lakers need to convert him to a standard NBA contract. This means the team needs to make a quick decision, as the number of games allowed for two-way players is about to run out. And for that to happen, someone has to be waived. What's the most logical solution? I believe waiving Cam Reddish is the most likely move. Although Reddish has shown flashes of talent, he hasn't been consistent enough to earn a spot on the main roster, especially with Goodwin's defensive and offensive contributions being so much more reliable. Now, let's take a look at the other two players on two-way contracts: Trey Jemison and Christian Koloko. Both have been pieces that could be useful in different ways, but so far, neither has shown anything significant enough to guarantee a permanent spot on the main roster. Jemison has shown good physical presence, but hasn't been able to stand out in the moments he's had the opportunity. On the other hand, Koloko has shown good work on defense, especially in terms of rim protection and his pick-and-roll game. Koloko might have a solid future with the Lakers, but for that to happen, he'll need to evolve in a more consistent manner. This is where things get even more interesting. The decision about who gets promoted to the main roster isn't just about who's performed better so far, but also about who can contribute to the team's success in the playoffs. And the Lakers, as we know, can't afford to make mistakes when making this decision. Additionally, there's another issue at play: what to do with Shake Milton. Milton has 2 years remaining on a non-guaranteed contract, and while he hasn't shown anything spectacular so far, he's still a potentially valuable asset in terms of trades. Why would Pelinka want to give up Milton now? That would open up a spot on the roster, but it would also leave open a possible trade where he could acquire a piece that helps more immediately in the lineup. Could Milton's future be more in trades than in a real role in the rotation? Now, speaking about Alex Len, the decision to waive him seems to be a strategic choice for more flexibility. With Len's absence, the Lakers will certainly need another center to complement the roster. This is another dilemma that Pelinka faces, as the team doesn't exactly have a clear substitute for Len. They might decide to promote one of the G League players or look for a veteran on the market, but the truth is the team is at a point where every move needs to be well calculated. What does all of this mean for the immediate future of the Lakers? First, the team is still in the hunt for the second spot in the West, despite the struggles they've faced in some games. The key to that, as Rui Hachimura has pointed out, lies in improving the defense. Defense will be the pillar that holds the team together during the most critical moments of the season, especially in the playoffs, where every possession and every defensive play can be decisive. One of the most critical aspects of these decisions is the Lakers' roster depth. With injuries and inconsistent performances throughout the season, the team has struggled to find the right combination of players that could gel effectively. The upcoming roster changes could be the key to unlocking the full potential of this squad, but the question remains, which players will step up when it matters most? Pelinka's ability to identify the right pieces for the Lakers system will be tested. The team's strengths are evident, especially with players like LeBron James and Anthony Davis leading the charge, but the question is how well they can support each other with complementary players. The front office must make decisions that not only strengthen the roster, but also enhance the chemistry on the floor. A potential trade could be looming, as Pelinka has shown a willingness to make bold moves in the past. While some fans may be hesitant about major changes, the Lakers have the pieces and assets to make a move that could significantly improve the team. Whether it's adding a veteran or a younger player with upside, the Lakers need to ensure they're making moves that will pay off in the postseason. With the playoffs approaching, the urgency to strengthen the team intensifies. The Lakers can't afford to squander opportunities, and the pressure is on Pelinka to make the right choices. As we've seen in the past, the Lakers have the potential to rise to the occasion, but it's crucial that they have the right roster in place to do so. The loss to the Bulls serves as a reminder that even the best teams can have off nights. It's easy to point fingers after a frustrating loss, but it's essential to focus on the bigger picture. The Lakers have the talent, but they need consistency and better execution to be truly formidable. The upcoming decisions will determine whether they can avoid further setbacks and continue to push for a higher seed in the playoffs. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Lakers' current roster situation is the performance of the younger players. Goodwin's surprising contributions have earned him recognition, and his potential promotion to the main roster could provide the team with a much-needed spark. But Pelinka's challenge is to ensure that the right blend of youth and experience is maintained for a successful playoff run. As the Lakers evaluate their roster, it's worth considering how much of an impact the current roster construction will have on the team's chances. Players like Rui Hachimura have shown flashes of brilliance, but the team needs consistent performances across the board. The right moves now could set the stage for a deep playoff push, but the wrong choices could leave the team vulnerable. Another critical factor to consider is the Lakers' approach to free agency and potential trade targets. Pelinka has the ability to reshape the roster in ways that maximize the team's championship chances. The question is whether the Lakers will go all in on a trade or focus on internal growth and chemistry to finish the season strong. With the addition of new players and potential promotions, the Lakers will have to find a way to integrate these pieces into their existing lineup. It's not always easy to bring in new talent and expect immediate results, but if anyone can make it work, it's a coaching staff led by Darvin Ham. The next few weeks will be crucial in determining how well these changes are implemented. In the coming days, the Lakers will have to assess the performance of their two-way players. While some of these players have shown promise, others may need more development before being thrust into the main rotation. Pelinka's job will be to make those tough calls and decide who will have the opportunity to contribute in a significant way moving forward. Looking at the bigger picture, the Lakers need to be strategic with their roster decisions. The team is built for a title run, but they must ensure that their bench players can step up and make an impact when needed. Strengthening the depth, whether through promotions or trades, could be the key to giving the team the edge they need in the playoffs. The Lakers are no strangers to adversity, and they've overcome tough challenges in the past. But this season feels different. With a roster full of potential, the team must be able to execute when it counts. The front office and coaching staff will need to work together to fine-tune the rotation and make the necessary adjustments to ensure the team is ready for postseason basketball. With that in mind, the Lakers still have time to make adjustments and fix what needs fixing. The fans may be concerned about the loss to the Bulls, but the season is far from over. Pelinka knows what's at stake, and the next moves could be the most important of his tenure so far. Now, tell me, who do you think the Lakers should promote to the main roster? Do you think waiving Reddick and Lin is the right move? Or do you think the Lakers should look for other options to strengthen the team before the playoffs? I want to know your opinion in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching until the end, and we'll see you in the next video.